Hey there, Gloomies! Welcome to today's episode. We are going to be checking out Gary Goldtooth updates. Apparently, he is looking pretty slick with some new animations and an overall look. So we are going to be heading to the Wild Woods. So this is my new pony that I just got. Her name is Strawberry Effect. It's the cute little roan Shinkatik that I got because I failed my Tuesday challenges last night. And yes, the whole point of a Tuesday challenge is basically we get like 3 challenges for every race we do. If we fail one, we get a challenge. Then we get a trigger word, and whatever random word you guys would say in the chat, then that triggers the challenge. Oh, and there's also a 5th challenge that my viewers get to decide. And if we fail at least 3 out of 5 of the challenges, then penalty is we have to buy a horse. Okay, in order to do this mission with Gary Goldtooth, you had to have unlocked the new area of Wildwoods. And you also had to introduce yourself to all 3 of the wild horse herds. And they have reduced the level by which you need to actually, be able to unlock the rest of Wildwoods. Okay, cool. So we need to be over there. I think it's up this way. Yeah, this way. Athena should be around here somewhere. There she is! You're here! Everyone, the bearded one! Wait, you're not the bearded one, are you? Oops! It's just we don't meet many humans out here, so it's hard to tell you apart. I'm Athena. You must be Strawberry Effect and Melissa. I've heard about you both. Is it true that you came from the Grey World? Whoa. What? Whoa. You had to, English? There are no humans in the Wildwoods, except for the bearded one. He's not around a lot, but when he does come here, all the herds gather to hear his stories about the outside. He also helps the horses that want to leave the Wildwoods to find a human friend to ride with the Grey World. And he also brings gifts from the outside. I've got a whole collection of human treasures. I don't know what all of them do, but they're so pretty. Oh wow, such an inquisitive little creature. His stories are the bestest thing ever. He travels the Wool Island looking for magical horses. One time, he climbed into a volcano to find an Umbra. Oh, that must be Ashland. Wait, he's finally here. Okay. Gonna follow Athena then. Where are you going? Oh, wow. Gary looking swag. Ha, would you look at that? A human and an outside horse. Not seen many of your type out of these parts. Ah, but where are my manners? I should actually put on an accent for this. Ah, but where are my manners? I'm Gary Goldtooth. It's nice to meet you. It's been a while since I was in the Wildwoods, but I am glad to be back. I was off in eastern Jorvik checking up on some Jorvik wild horses. Seems like I missed quite a bit if you're here. Say, you seem familiar. Have we met before? I mean, I have wasted so much money on your horses. Well, isn't that a delight? And how is your horse? Doing well, I hope. I meet so many horses these days, it's hard to keep track. But as long as the human is the right one to take care of them, I know they're in a good place. Gary, I have something important to tell you. I'm ready. Athena, how are you doing, bud? I've got another human treasure for your collection. Wow, what's this? It's silver with 4 prongs? It must be a hairbrush. Sure, if you want it to be. Now, what did you want to tell me? I've studied all the human treasures, listened to all your stories, so I know the time is right. I'm ready to bond with my own furless squirrel. I want to go to the Grey World, Gary. The Grey World? Seriously? A pile of junk and an old man's tall tales is nothing compared to the reality of the outside. Ash, you're a big meanie. Go on, pick someone on your own size. Hey, this is no time for bickering. Ash has a point though. The outside world can be a treacherous place. Maybe if we took a leaf out of the warrior's book and put you up to a little challenge, that'd be fairer. A true warrior could take on any challenge and succeed. That's the spirit. Maybe you could compete against Melissa and Strawberry Effect. So you could get a taste of what it's like to race up against a real outsider. Yes, prepare to be crushed, Melissa. How about a pot smashing competition? Okay. Pot smashing? Seems interesting. Athena might only be a filly, but in the warriors' herd, everyone is treated equally. If she has what it takes, Athena will beat you and enter the Grey World. Should I lose on purpose? I feel like maybe I should lose on purpose. Man. Okay. Here you will compete in a ceremonial pot smashing. Strawberry Effect versus Athena, the outsider versus our own fiery filly. This is interesting. Am I supposed to... Ooh. Okay, I get it. Fun. Ooh. I wonder if I should just let the filly win. What? That's lame. I have to beat her? Okay, let us beat this poor little filly. Time to smash. Ah, you beat me this time, Strawberry Effect, but I will not give up. I will keep training as a warrior and follow my dreams until the day I beat you. Ooh. Bearded one, fate has brought you back at just the right time. Something awful is happening and we need your help. I saw it in the stars, Bearded one. One of the foresters that went with you to the outside has lost his rider. That's no good. A Jorvik wild horse all alone in the Grey World. Who are they, Willow? Can you tell me their name? Cedar. His name is Cedar. He's the member of the forester herd. He's in the great fear, Gary. I can sense it. Cedar of the forester herd. I remember him. A sweet horse. Gentle temperament. I'll do my best to find him and bring him back to safety. It's my duty to make sure no Jorvik wild horse comes to harm in the Grey World. I remember finding Cedar's soulmate in Fir Grove, just across the mountains. A nice young Yankee lad. Yankee? From New York? Let's see if we can find out more there. There's no time to dawdle. I'm gonna need some help getting around, and it'll be fast on horseback. Any Jorvik wild willing to help me out and give me a ride? The bravest horse of the wild woods will do. Any volunteers? Ash? What? I think you misspoke, Willow. Ash, you're perfect for the challenge. You always say you're the toughest horse of the wild woods. Now's the perfect time for you to solidify that. Ugh. Guess I was asking for something like this to happen. Fine. Strawberry Effect. Melissa, it would be great for you to join us. You must be mighty resilient to trek all the way out here, and that combined with your knowledge of the outside world gives you the advantage. Let's go. Okay, wait, where are we going? Where are we going firstly? That way. That way? It's that way. Sorry. Whoopsie. Hit you up at the cliff. My bad. You know, I often wonder if the wildwood stays so overgrown to keep us humans out. Would you like it better that way, Ash? Grey World surely isn't all that bad. You sure about that? Usually I would say yes, but for no Grey Worlders should meddle with us, the wildwoods, but you, Gary, are the exception. You've done more for us herds than you'll ever know. As for you, Melissa, I've still gotta figure you out. Aw, gee, thanks, Ash. So nice of you. We're here. Are you ready to cross the perilous Grey World Gap? We have to tread carefully. The path to Fir Grove has been left unkempt and wild. That means no racing through, Ash. Hello. Ah! Okay. Was not expecting that. Is it over? Okay, guess we have to tread more carefully. How How did Tomris adapt to the outside world, Gary? She was always so full of energy, going on the adventure of a lifetime to the Grey World was her dream. It would take a heck of a human to match her energy. Tomris. Ah, yes, how could I forget? Paired her up with a nice girl northeast of here, up in the mountains. The ground is all rocky there, just like the Gallop Plains. I checked in on her recently. She found herself a good home and settled in nicely. Okay. Thanks, Gary, for making sure she was okay. Not like I was worried or anything. I knew she'd be okay. She's a warrior. We're fighters at heart. Hey, that's what I'm here for. Okay, we're coming up to Firgrove Village. You know the drill, Ash. Don't make a peep. Wouldn't want to scare the locals. Could you imagine talking and I'm in horse? Nothing strange here. Oh, who do we have here? Huck. Hey, I recognize you. You're the guy who helped me meet my beloved Cedar. Oh, Cedar. I bought Cedar for summer camp, but now I have to go back to the States. I'm mighty sad, but I at least sold him to someone I could trust. Well, kid, we're looking to check up on your pal Cedar and its new owner. Can you tell us a bit about the guy you sold your horse to? He had a black cowboy hat and a belt with a shiny buckle. He looked like a tried and true cowboy. That's how I knew I could trust him. Last I heard, the guy was staying around Starshine Ranch for a while. I've got a relative there called Josh. The cowboy said he had some history with Josh, so they must be friends. Seriously, dude, you don't double check this? That should be enough to go by. Thanks for the help, Huck. We'll make sure Cedar's doing. Well, he would be doing better if you actually verified it better. I mean, seriously, who sells a horse without actually proper doing, like, background checks? Ugh, I couldn't bring myself to tell him his horse was in danger. Poor kid has to leave the island and say goodbye to his companion. Let's hope we can get Cedar back to safety. Poor Huck. I could sense just how much he'd bonded with Cedar in such a short time. That's the beauty of the bond between horse and human. No matter who you are, where you come from, or what you believe in, on Jorvik anyone can find their best friend in a horse. People on this island have each got a different way of describing it. Aideen's gift, finding your soulmate, but in the end it all boils down to the same thing, developing an unbreakable bond between horse and rider. A horse doesn't need a human. All I need is an open field, the beat of a drum, and the wind whistling through my mane as I gallop across the wild woods. That's a fair point, though not all lone Jorvik wilds fare as well as yourself. Sometimes a human and a horse bond can bring out the best in each other. I know I've seen it countless times. Just look at Melissa and Strawberry Effect. But hey, what did I say, Ash? No talking around the grape boulders. Where are we going? Here? I feel like it could be over here. Maybe? Ah, it is. Ew, really? That dude? Oh gosh, I hate Scott. That horse, it's Cedar. Well, it was right, he's terrified. I knew it was a matter of time before someone came snooping around. Back off. The Jorvik wild horse is mine. I've always wanted a Jorvik wild horse, but old Gary here thinks I'm not the right person to sell a horse to. What a snake oil salesman. My dear dad has wanted to study these so-called magical properties of these horses for some time. I'm thinking that Cedar here will be something for Dad to really sink his teeth into. Our basement will make a great home for a Jorvik wild horse. Seriously? I won't let you get away with this. No Jorvik wild comes in harm's way on my watch. Are you sure about that, partner? I can hear your bones creaking from over here. Isn't it high time you set out your retirement plan, old man? Stop nosing in other people's beeswax and scram! Jorvik wild horses aren't meant to be kept in a box or a basement their whole lives. They're supposed to be able to roam freely. We should speak to the owner of this ranch, Carl Peterson. He might know what to do. If it ain't Gary Goldtooth and Melissa. Howdy do, and a fine day to you. What are the long faces for? Everything alright? Hey Carl, how's Lemmy doing? We're having some trouble with the gentleman on your property. He bought a horse off a kid called Huck back in Firgrove, but he's not treating the poor thing right. Is there any way you can help us out? Let me guess. Scott Buttergood. It's not the first time he's rattled someone's cage. But I'm afraid my hands are tied. If Huck made the man a deal, then Buttergood owns the horse. That's the Grey World for you, full of mumbo-jumbo rules and technicalities. As the owner of the ranch, I gotta stay impartial to any disputes that happen on the grounds. Could get real messy otherwise, but there just might be someone else who could help you out. My right-hand man, Josh. He's had run-ins with Buttergoods before. He might know what to do. Howdy, partner. You both seem down on your luck. Did Jackalope bite you through your boot or something? I'm only pulling your leg. Huck shot me a message filling me in on what's happened. Huck and I are actually second cousins once removed. I might be all alone on Jorvik, but back in Wyoming and Canada, I've got relatives for days. Our family reunions can fill an entire horse pasture. Mine too. Anyway, that's beside the point. That wily dog Scott Buttergood's got a hold of a Jorvik wild horse, huh? What a crying shame. But I think I just have the trick up my sleeve. Sounds like you need to break a wild horse free. If I distract Buttergood, Gary waits in place to escape with the horses. Melissa can let Cedar loose. That suckle will never see it coming. Oh, Huck, if you only paid attention to what I said, I warned him about Buttergood's ways, but listening to me isn't my cousin's strong suit. He saw the cowboy hat and boots and thought Scott was a fellow rancher. So, how does that sound? Everyone okay with the plan? Ready to teach Buttergood a lesson. That's the spirit. Cedar, we're coming to get ya. Old Buttergood will never see us coming. If we can get Cedar out of the clutches of the Scott Buttergood, that's all that matters to me. Yeah. Ha. Nay? It almost sounded like your horse was trying to speak there, Gary. Alright, let's get the show on the road. Cedar won't be in trouble much longer. Almost broke character there. Oh, Ash. Hey, bloodsucker. You boy, what are you doing? What are you gonna do? Drop another glitter bomb on me? Not quite. I got a bone to pick with you, Buttergood. Your cowboy boots? I don't think they're genuine Jorkantara leather. What in tarnation? How dare you? Never ever insult a cowboy's boots, apparently. Cedar looks scared but relieved to see you. Sneak the other way. Off we go. And that's why my cowboy boots are the gosh darn fine side of this island, you sniveling tenderfoot. If you say so, Butterbad, my work here is done. Get. Now, I can finally get back to getting to that horse to my pa. Who in tarnation stole my horse? Ride like the wind, Gary and Melissa. Yeehaw! Thanks for giving us away at that last point. Sounds like Scott caught on. We better get out of here fast. Strawberry effect, Cedar, Ash, I hope you're all... Okay. Oh god. Buttergood is catching up. Why did I have to be on a level 1 horse? Yeeps! Oh my god, please don't be getting. It's not getting. It's good. Woo! Keep on your toes. Oh, I've never jumped that the wrong way before. Doesn't seem like he's gaining. Whee! Yeah, let's hope there's no more, like, rock falls. Yes. Rockfall! Come on, Rockfall. Woo-wee! Thank God for that. Whew. We got away. Sita's well and truly out of the clutches of Scott Buttergood. That Josh was a good kid. Helping us out like that. Couldn't have done it without him. You too, Melissa. We make a great team. We're finally back in the safety of the wild woods. The Sentinel will see that the horses come to no harm here. It's okay, Cedar. You're safe now. Let's get you back to your herd. What a delight to have you back in the wild woods, my friend. I'm so sorry that your time in the Grey World didn't work out. Oh, Juniper, I am glad to be back. Things were great on the outside till Huck got the news he had to leave Jorvik. Then I fell into the hands of a bad man and everything went wrong. I'm going to stay right here in the safety of the wild woods until Huck can come back to Jorvik again. That's an excellent idea. Any Jorvik wild that heads out in the Grey World is always welcome back to Tailtop Village. Now, why don't we celebrate your turn with a relaxing trip to the Polished Hoof? My treat! Welcome back, warrior. Did you have a totally epic time in the Grey World? Humans are strange creatures. They gather in these tiny, crowded settlements and bicker about themselves all the time. I can't imagine living like that. Wow, that sounds incredible. I can't wait to be part of that world. The outside world is a brutal place, Squirt. There's no herd to have your back. It's every horse for themselves. Gary's the only Grey Worlder with a twig of sense. I guess Melissa helped too. Aw, does that mean that you like me, Ash? You truly are a friend of horses, Melissa. What a day it's been. Thanks for coming along to rescue Sita, Strawberry Effect, Melissa. How will I ever repay you? Free horse? I'd love a free horse. That would be great. I suppose you got a lot of questions for me. The least I can do is answer them. Not many folks know I live out here in the wildwoods. I keep to myself, just like how I like it. The herds and the animals of the forest are good enough company for me. What would you like to know? Why in the wildwoods? Now that is a good question. Simply put, the wildwoods called for me. Since I was a young lad, I've always felt a connection to nature, the forest, the horses. Aideen's gift to wild whispering, whatever you want to call it. I felt drawn to the wildest, most untamed parts of Jorvik. How long have you been out here? How long is a piece of string? Ha! The wild woods and I go way back. I was always drawn to legends of the wild woods in my younger days, so it only felt like a matter of time before I settled down here for good. So, to answer your question, I've been here for a very long time. What do you do out here? Well, the wild woods, the only place I feel truly free, where I can be myself and do what I love, caring for the horses and creatures of the forest. The forest does a good enough job keeping humans out, being all overgrown and obscure, but it gives me a peace of mind to be around in case someone does sneak in. Like yourself. The wild woods may be my home, but there's one place I won't go near, the Sentinel Tree. I get the strangest taste in my mouth around there. Sickly, like cotton candy. Despite this, something tells me the wildwoods wouldn't be the way it is without whatever influence has taken over that tree. It's like there's a balance of sorts. I still remember my first venture into wildwoods. I was part of a search party trying to find a woman who had disappeared some years before. We never did find her, but I found peace in that long ago when I settled down here. Something for that lost explorer may have brought me to the wildwoods, but the magic of the forest and the wonder of the Jorvik wild herds is what made me stay. Thanks for hearing an old man out. Here, take this. You'll find more use in it than I ever will. Take care. Well, I guess that's all. That was quite a fun mission, trying to protect Cedar. I mean, if I think about it, in the real world, there is a lot of horses that get abused. So you always have to be very, very, very careful about if you ever sell your horse, then make sure it's going to a very loving family. Do a lot of background searches on the person before you sell them. I mean, even go and watch the people at their home. Like, just don't sell it to a complete stranger just because I don't know if he looks trustworthy. Just don't. Remember, for your own conscience and also for the safety of the horse, background checks before you even think about taking the money. So thanks guys for joining me for today for the Gary Goldtooth update. That was actually quite a fun quest. I enjoyed it. I hope you get more quests with Gary Goldtooth going forward. I really hope so, and I love his new animations. He looks chipper. So that's it guys, peace out.